Good morning, vocalists. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you guys for joining me again, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Nugget with Tori Live. So, today I want to get into the meat and potatoes of what we're here to talk about just straight away. We're just going straight into it. Listen, have you ever had training wheels? Anybody who's ever learned how to ride a bike or maybe learned to skate, you kind of know what I mean. When you're first learning how to skate, they give you that little guardrail thing, and you're supposed to hold on to it to try to like brace yourself. Or with the bike, you have the training wheels attached to kind of keep you balanced as you get your footing and learn how to pedal. These things are good, but they can also be bad if they're left on for too long. Like when something has expired its time, when there's something in your life that's meant to help you, the purpose of it is literally to help you, to assist you until you get to a more self sustainable level, but you keep it for far too long. That's when that negative turns into that's when that positive turns into a whole negative, and it's time to let it go. And a lot of us, including myself, have been holding on to the pause, the stop, trying to find the rewind. And ultimately what we're doing is just pressing the brakes on our life. If you want something, well, no matter what it is, there's so many different avenues on this. You have entrepreneurs and their businesses, authors and their books, students and their education, whether it be college, high school, whatever. Like you're stopping yourself from hitting those targets, and hitting those targets has to be something that, like Mel Robbins says, you break down into bite-sized pieces. Because when you try to take over the whole thing, right? If you got a whole sandwich and you're trying to eat the whole sandwich in one bite, there's no way you can do that. You have to bite it and chew and swallow, then take another bite and chew and swallow. You can't take it all in once. So, once you break your life down into bite-sized pieces, break your goals rather down into bite-sized pieces, now we can look at things from a different lens. But once you've done all of that, broken down in bite-sized pieces, you're ready. Like I'm gonna give you me. This is me. Unfortunately, over the years, I have become a procrastinator at heart, and it's made it very difficult for me. I do a lot of planning, writing, sketching out the schedule for my day, what I'm going to do. And I found myself not completing those schedules, not completing that list because I don't even know why. But then again, I do. I was pressing the brakes too hard in my life. My excuse, I don't really know. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying. But was I really trying? Not necessarily. And it showed in the progress. It showed when I look and I see, okay, this didn't get completed, that didn't get completed, this got started, but lost focus, and that didn't get completed. And we have to catch ourselves when we start spiraling. We got to find our pattern and recognize, is it a positive pattern or is it not? Like, what do I need to do here? What do I need to move out of here? What do I need to limit here? You know what I'm saying? And take those things and build yourself past the breaking point. Like if you're learning how to drive, like me, and you're scared of everything, you're going to keep hitting the brakes. You're going to keep hitting the brakes. Somebody was trying to teach me how to drive, and they said, go up the hill. And I was so intimidated by that hill. I was so scared because in my head, I can't do this. Something's going to go wrong. The car is going to start moving backwards up once I start hitting the incline. I broke. I broke. I hit the brake and I could not take my foot off the brake. And I was like, please, please let me get from behind this wheel. Please, I don't want to do this. And the person took over the wheel and, because I put in some practice time. They were like, well, you did good for today. But like, we get so scared. We look at the hills and the mountains or whatever it looks like a mountain. Sometimes it's not even that big, but it looks so big and ominous to us. and we let that scare us, and we let that just take over our better judgment. And instead of going forward, instead of keep pushing, we stop and we get caught and we lock the brakes and we don't move. And then 2 years later, we're still at that same spot, right at the foot of the mountain, right at the foot of the hill. We have not gone any further unless somebody switches places with us, takes over, and continues to drive. Now, that happens with a car, but 9 times out of 10, that doesn't happen with your dreams and your vision. See, nobody can drive those but you. It's not a car. You can't just hear, you take the keys, you drive today. That doesn't happen with dreams, visions, and goals. You are the only driver, and it doesn't matter how crazy the highway of life gets, and who's cutting you off, and who's driving in front of you, and who's moving too fast or too slow, because these are all things that happen in life, right? People, just like on the road, just like on the highway, the parkway, the freeway, people are going to be flying down in all different types of cars, all different types of vehicles, going all different types of directions. Some are going to be following the rules, and some are going to be cutting you off and flipping you off. And you still have to stay the course, because what you got to understand is there's no other driver but you. Like real life situation, if you're the only person in that car and today is your first day alone in the highway, you don't have another driver next to you to say, you know what, this is getting too crazy. I don't know if I can do this. I got to pull over to your shoulder, let you take over. There's nobody there. 9 times out of 10, there's no shoulder that you like. You're over here. You can't merge all the way over to the shoulder anyway. You have no choice but to keep going. Or the car behind you is going to either beep you or hit you in your back. And that's an accident. And you've caused a whole accident, a whole pileup because you got scared. We got to stop being scared. We got to, like, and I'm not even going to say stop being scared because that's something that you can't control. It's okay to feel fear. It's normal, natural. It's supposed to happen. But we have to control our fear. We have to catch control of ourselves and be able to say, you know what? Yeah, I'm scared. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, I want to stop. But we have to have that much more faith in ourselves, in our vision, understand that we are everything we say we are. And if we say we're a victor, we say we're a conqueror, so we are. So no matter how rough and crazy and scary it looks, because sometimes you only realize once you're through a thing that it wasn't that bad. So if we keep going, no matter how rocky, no matter how crazy it's looking at first glance, if we just keep pushing through the fear, because the fear is not going nowhere. Fear is a regular, normal human feeling. It's going to be there. There's always something that we fear. And once we conquer one fear, there's another one that comes along the way and replaces it because we're constantly growing. So we're developing at different rates in different stages in our life. And we may have phased out of the boogeyman. We ain't scared of that. But there's other things, other unknowns that we do fear. So, push past your fear. And believe me when I tell you, this is something I'm speaking not just to you, the vocalist, but to me, Tori Live. Because you look at me and you think, like, oh, she's so brave because she's talking, public speaking. Yeah, okay. Say that if you want to. But there's a lot of things that I feel like I hold myself back from because I allow that fear to not only come in, but come in and take over. So today I am speaking to you and I'm speaking to me when I say we're gonna push past this fear. We, no matter what it is, we're gonna address it and push past it because that's the only way you're gonna get to where you need to go. That's the only way I'm gonna get to where I need to be if I begin to push past some doors that have held me hostage for years, some fears that have captivated my mind and had me really bent thinking, I can't do this, I can't do this. You have to go above what you can see. You have to push past what you're afraid of. And you have to stop being so hard on yourself. And you have to stop. Take your foot off the brake. That's the only way the car is going to move. If you don't take your foot off the brake, the car will stay right there until you move your foot a little bit. When you take if the car is gassed up and you have your foot on the brake, if you ease your foot off a little bit, the car is going to start to move. It might move slowly, but it does start to move because you already pumped the gas at one point. The brake is only a pause button until you take your foot off and allow the car to resume motion. So, and there's going to be times that you're going to be required to pump the gas. You're going to have to put your foot on the gas, and that's scary. But I think what's even more scary than putting your foot on the gas is taking your foot off the brake. Because once you take it off the brake, now you're in motion and anything can happen. But that's a negative or a positive. It's all in how you look at it. We say, oh, anything could happen. My business could tank. I could lose all my money. I lose all my friends. I lose all my family. Oh my God, what if it doesn't work? But then the positive is you take your foot off the brake. You allow yourself maybe to fail, or maybe you don't fail. You allow yourself to live, and your business does flourish. You have a slow start, but you do get to where you want to be. Maybe you lose some friends, but you gain some you can lose some friends and gain a tribe, right? Everybody's not your friend. That's a whole nother video. And you may lose some money, but you might gain. So there's so many different possibilities, but you don't know if it's a win or a lose until you take your feet off the brake and allow yourself to drive up that hill. It's going to be scary, especially the first time. And if I can't get up a hill, oh God, help me when it's time to come down the hill. I don't know. Listen, y'all pray for me and make sure y'all yeah, just pray for me because driving school is going to be real for me. But it has to happen. I could live my life afraid and say, oh, I'm afraid of the hills. I'm afraid of the intersections. I don't want to drive. But I know I need to. I know I can't be crippled by fear. What you going to do? Take the bus, take Uber, take Lyft all the days of your life? That gets very expensive, tiring, and at this point in the game, unsanitary because pandemic. But, you know, it has to happen. It has to happen for you. And you're the only one that can make it happen. If I say, yo, I want my license, I'm gonna go get it. I have to get it. Nobody can get that for me. If I say I want to go to school, nobody can go. Like I can't say, here's $20, go pick that up for me. I gotta do the work. I have to do it. It's a me thing. It's an internal, very personal thing. So with all this being said, y'all, I really hope that this has motivated you. Before I even go there, y'all, if you watched up to this point in the video, come on, it's time. Hit the subscribe button so you can subscribe to this channel to get more and more of these messages, and make sure you hit the bell so that as I post, you just get like all the notifications so you know when to come back here. Because I do the Daily Nugget, but there's also way more content coming down the pipelines very soon. Don't want you to miss it. Anyway, I hope that you guys got something out of this. I hope that this has moved you and encouraged you to take chances on yourself, believe in yourself, and also to take your foot off the brake and kind of like get out of your own way so that you can become the best possible version of yourself. It's not easy, but I feel like you guys can do it. It's not easy, but I know that I can do it. So, you guys stay prayed up. Make sure you stay sanitized. Please stay safe. Be careful. Watch your back when you're on the street. Take your headphones out or whatever so that you can be vigilant. I want you guys to make sure you like, love, and share these videos. Please be safe. Please be safe. Wish you guys nothing but the best. So, yeah, above all else, be your own light, baby. Bye. Have a great day.